Kerala, a land of lushy greeneries, temples, and backwaters, where calm flows like a poetry in the ocean. But beneath this serene beauty, once lived a woman whose smile concealed a secret darker than shadows of the night. Her name,
John Joseph.
to the world, she was loving wife, a devoted mother, and a respected woman of faith. But behind closed doors, she was scripting India's one of the most chilling true crime sagas. A tale soaked in deceit, greed, and the silent sting of cyanide.
Let's go.
This is the true story of India's most shocking female serial killer.
Johnny Joseph, the cyanide killer of Kerala.
The Thomas family was well respected. They were God fearing, educated. Their home was always open to guests filled with laughter and food. And at the heart of this home stood Jolly Joseph, polite, composed, and seemingly perfect. To her in-laws, she was ideal daughter-in-law. To the community, she was admired for her calmness and religious devotion. And to her husband, Roy Thomas, she was perfect partner, or so he believed. But Jolly carried a secret so dark that it would destroy everyone who trusted her. It started quietly in 2002. One evening, Anna Thomas, Jolly's mother-in-law, suddenly collapsed after drinking a glass of water. Her death was ruled a heart attack. She was elderly and nothing seemed unusual. The family grieved deeply and Jolly wept the loudest. No one suspected that the water Anama drank had been laced with cyanide, a deadly poison that kills within minutes and leaves almost no trace. Jolly had found her weapon of choice. 6 years later, tragedy struck again. This time it was Tom Thomas, Jolly's father-in-law. He too died suddenly under eerily similar circumstances. Again, the doctors said, heart attack. Again, Jolly stood by the coffin, mouthing. Behind her tears, however, satisfaction. Another obstacle removed. With both in-laws gone, Jolly had gained influence within the family home. She was trusted, respected, and slowly taking control of everything that mattered, including the family property. By 2011, Jolly's marriage with Roy had begun to crumble. Arguments over finances, her false claim of being a college professor, and growing mistrust made the relationship unstable. Then one night, Roy was found dead inside a locked bathroom. The police found a bowl of food beside and traces of vomit. The door was locked from inside. It looked like a suicide. The family accepted it. They performed his last rituals. But Jolly's tears were once again an act. She had fed Roy's food laced with cyanide, the same way she killed his parents. With Roy out of the way, she was free to pursue her next target. In 2014, the pattern continued. Roy's uncle, Matthew, was next. He died suddenly after drinking whiskey offered by Jolly during a visit. He collapsed almost instantly. The explanation? A sudden cardiac arrest. But for Jolly, it was another calculated victory. By now, she had mastered her craft. The doses were exact. They delivered perfect. Her performance was flawless. No one, not even the closest relatives, no one, not even the closest relatives, could suspect her. Later, the same year, tragedy struck again, this time even more heartbreaking. A 2-year-old child named Alphine suddenly died after choking on food. At the funeral, Jolly cried uncontrollably. The community pitied her, saying she was cursed with witness of so many deaths. But the truth was far more sinister. Jolly had poisoned the little girl. Why? Because Alphine's mother, Silly Saju, stood between her and her next goal, a man named Saju, whom Jolly desired to marry. In 2016, Silly complained of depression. Ever helpful, Jolly gave her a capsule, medicine to help her relax. Within hours, Silly was dead. Jolly attended her funeral as usual, comforting Shaju, holding his hand, assuring him that God had a plan. Not long after, she married him. Jolly had got everything she wanted: love, power, and property. But her perfect mask was about to slip. The investigation begins 2019. For years, Jolly's crime went unnoticed, but Roy's brother, Rojo Thomas, began to grow suspicious. Something about his brother's death never sat right within him. He used India's RTI Act, Right to Information, to question Roy's postmortem report. The results shocked him: cyanide poisoning. He immediately alerted the police. The authorities reopened the case, exhumed multiple bodies, conducted fresh forensic tests. One by one, the results came back positive for cyanide. The truth, buried for over a decade, had finally surfaced. In October 2019, police arrested Jolly Joseph along with two accomplices who allegedly supplied her with cyanide. News channels across India exploded with the story. A woman who killed 6 members of her own family, all for property, status, and control. During interrogation, Jolly confessed. Her motives were clear: greed and personal gain, and an unrelenting desire to control everything around her. Her calm demeanor during questioning stunned even the veteran officers. She neither panicked nor wept. She simply said she did what she had to do. The image of Jolly Joseph shattered the illusion of what evil looks like. She wasn't a stranger looking in the dark. She was a wife, a mother, a neighbor, and a kind of person people trusted blindly. For years, she attended church, smiled at family functions, and cooked meals. The meals that would turn fatal for those who ate them. The horror of her crimes lies not just in the act of killing, but in her patience, her planning, and her ability to pretend that nothing ever happened. Her story is a reminder that sometimes the most terrifying monsters are the ones we least suspect. In the end, 6 people lost their lives, each of them trusting the same person who ended them. The town still remembers her name with a mix of disbelief and fear. Today, Jolly Joseph, one of India's most infamous female serial killer, a name defined the meaning of betrayal and deception. As the rain falls over Kerala, the whispers of a story linger in the air, a haunting reminder that even the most peaceful places, evil can bloom quietly behind a smiling face. I hope you like this story. If yes, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more.